Hey kids, this is Aaron from the podcast that wouldn't die, and Kevin and I use Zencastr. You think you're better than us, that you're using something else? You're wrong. Zencastr's the place to be. Who are you to deny it?
It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code DIEHARD and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same experiences we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time for you to share your story.
Only a fool will give up a chance for a 30% discount.
Somewhere in the Australian outback, he's waiting.
Something big scared him away.
Like what?
I don't know. But it was huge. It was as big as a rhino.
Welcome to the latest episode of the podcast that wouldn't die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
Hello!
This week on the podcast, we're discussing the horror classic Razorback, starring Gregory Harrison and the cast of The Road Warrior, evidently. Sweet Jesus.
I was going to say the cast of The Hills Have Eyes.
If only. This wishes they were
God.
that cast. Each week on the podcast that wouldn't die, we discuss guilty pleasures and forgotten classics of the horror and sci-fi genres with a comedic twist. Aaron, what's up with you? What you doing?
Oh, so many thoughts. I just watched one battle after another and then had, like, right before I went to sleep and had weird dreams all night. Did you see that?
Yeah, saw it in the theater like a month ago. What'd you think?
I was down for it, but why on earth would you ever just be back in your house where now they know where you are?
These are questions.
That's the only thing, that's the only complaint I have. Sean Penn was terrifying, but,
Yep.
you know.
I enjoyed it. I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as other people, though. You know, people are
Right.
like, it's the finest film in this decade. And I'm like, well, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I enjoyed it quite that much.
True.
Right.
I
It's
think
a
I
thing.
enjoyed Eddington better.
Oh, shit. Eddington?
Yeah. I like
wouldn't
that
say
more.
that. I wouldn't say
You know,
that.
people
But
are like talking about it was, who's in it? Leo DiCaprio's greatest work. I'm like, he just seems like Leonardo DiCaprio.
look, I'm not running it down. I thought he was good.
No.
I thought all the performances were good.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, it was good. I don't know if
It was
the
good.
best thing in the world, but whatever. Tis
My
what
only
it is.
complaint is where they ended up at the end. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. It seems like he would have moved and set up new identities.
Right. You wouldn't. Well, I guess we're supposed to think that it was only Sean Penn who
He
was
was
really
rogue.
after them, and he was going rogue. And when he's off the board, then no one else is really after them. I guess. Perhaps.
But does Leo's character know that? Because he doesn't seem to know anything.
He was. I mean, honestly, he was the comic relief of this movie.
Exactly.
He really is.
Exactly.
He
Yeah.
is. He's the goofball, the former revolutionary who just sits, smokes weed all day.
15 years later, still has the sad ponytail. Where before he used to have an active role, now he just sits around and fries his brain.
For reals. Now, you know, there's a bit of a controversy over this movie, by the way. Did you know this?
Do tell. No.
The portrayal of the African-American lead, whose character's name was like, oh, God.
Something Beverly Hills.
Yes. Yeah. People felt like she was like black stereotypes of kind of, like she was sexualized and totally without redeeming qualities. Like she like abandons her family and like sells everybody out. Perfidia Beverly Hills. That was her name.
Perfidia. I mean, everyone is not supposed to be an icon of everyone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had no problems with her.
Fair enough. And I guess I'm not an African-American woman, so it's hard for me to even have an opinion.
Because
But
there were plenty of other African-American women who were not acting like that. It wasn't like
true.
she was the only African-American in the... So you can't... Everyone can't be a saint.
I agree. Okay. Anything else?
I just don't think she was into Matt Damon that much. She's into herself. She said that.
Are we doing this again?
Yeah.
Matt Damon's not in this movie.
Oh shit, Leo DiCaprio. They're the same person for me.
I guess. Sweet Jesus.
I just think, as she said, I'm my own person.
Well, right, because
I'm number one.
Look, this isn't the One Battle After Another podcast, but you knew she was kind of crazy because she was clearly into whatever was happening with Sean Penn too.
Dude,
right?
She had no complaints.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. She liked having that power over Sean Penn's creepy character.
And he liked giving it up, that power. It's exactly what you always think about these powerful men.
100%. 100%. Anyway. Give us your...
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it as well. Give us your 30-second synopsis of Razorback.
Big pigs in the outback. That's it. They eat people. It's supposed to be based on A Dingo Ate My Baby, but this time it was A Razorback Ate My Grandbaby.
Correct. I guess there was no evidence, right? The movie kicks off with the old man out in the outback with his grandson, and a frickin'...
It was his son. Quite frankly.
I thought it was too. Then a fucking boar the size of a rhino smashes into the side of his trailer, kind of cuts him a little bit, so he has like a limp, but bypasses him to go into the house to find the kid in the crib.
He didn't want the old bull. He wanted the veal.
He wanted the veal. I wanted someone to say, "A Razorback ate my baby."
Razorback ate my grandbaby. It is just they've taken aspects of a bunch of American horror films and slapped it together. So you got A Cry in the Dark.
Yep.
You've got Hills of Eyes. You've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like all of the above.
Jaws.
And Jaws, and it all makes no sense.
There are choices in this movie. And I don't know
why. The old man, I mean, clearly people know the Idjit family is up to no good. Why does he send people there just so they die? You're telling me the locals don't know about these people? Come on.
So you've never seen nor heard of this movie before?
No, how could I?
Okay,
it's not real.
I want to say probably 25, 30 years ago. Saturday night, KTLA, I'm flipping channels, and I click over, and it's the scene where it's the woman doing the horrible American accent, like the news reporter out in the woods being harassed by the road warriors, right? Where it's literally like, and then the reason it stuck with me is because there's that good underrated Duran Duran song, New Moon on Monday.
I was like, they got some money that they could license a Duran Duran song. That's where the whole budget went, once again. It wasn't Greg Evigan.
No, Greg Evigan's not in this movie, by the way.
What's his name?
Gregory Harrison.
Harrison.
That's right. It was 15 seconds of New Moon on Monday before, again, the boar goes by the bad guys, which is kind of shocking. The fact that the boar goes by the bad guys who are harassing her to eat the rape victim,
right?
Kills her. That was shocking.
I thought the boar was coming to save her. No.
Guess again.
Guess again.
So then you see Gregory Harrison, who was a dude who was kind of a C- level TV star.
Correct.
Basically, right?
Yes.
He's not in America, I should say. He's the one American who's obviously American in this.
He is not a movie star. He was definitely a TV star.
He's a handsome guy, though. He's
He's
handsome.
attractive.
Yeah.
He was his claim to fame was Logan's Run, the TV series, and then he moved on to Trapper John.
To try again, he wasn't the titular character. That was Pernell
No.
Roberts from Bonanza. He was
Right.
the young, good-looking
young
doctor.
upstart. Yeah.
Yes.
Where poor Pernell Roberts used to be 20 years before.
30 years before. Yeah. So that was I mean, based upon no insider information, it was clear this was an Australian film, and they wanted to try to market it towards Americans. So they literally just looked in the phone book and said, "This guy's on American TV. He can be our lead."
Boom. He's got dark curly hair. Let's go.
Right. And this was, make no mistake, this is the pinnacle of his movie career.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
was
know
not a
what he did after
springboard.
that.
He wasn't in
I think he's
Platoon after
cleaning
this.
pools after this.
Right. He was 100%. He's on the Hallmark Network now. If you watch a lot of Hallmark movies, he pops up. He's still around. Still looks pretty good.
Bless his heart.
100%.
God bless him.
Why don't we jump right into the highlights, Aaron? What do you got?
Oh my God. I put a pig ate my baby. And then they had something, they made some comment like the pig, its bristles are too strong, so it can only be shot from below. But that's not what happened.
Okay. This is important. You're right. Okay. In the opening scene where the grandfather's grandson is killed in the crib, and then it's smash cut to it's a court case, like Time to Kill or something, where he's now accused of the murder of his grandson. Even his daughter is like, I don't know. I left my dad in charge of watching my kid. He was always a bit twitchy, now that you mention it.
Now that you mention it.
Right. But you're right. They brought in it wasn't even they brought in. The lawyer was suggesting that even though the grandfather was a trained marksman whose job was to just kill kangaroos, because this was a thing in Australia. I don't know if it's still a thing, but at the time, kangaroos were considered like vermin, and you would pay people to just go around and just blast them. Yeah.
You get these swarm of rabbits because they're going to come in because, they're being pushed out, and they're going to decimate your crops.
Right.
I mean,
100%.
You see that with different animals here in the U.S. Historically.
So they say, yes, I tried to shoot the wild boar, but because of the goddamn bristles on its back, it's effectively a tank. It's bulletproof, which makes no goddamn sense.
No explanation why it's a freak.
Correct.
And no explanation why its bristles are bulletproof.
Correct.
There's no leaking toxic waste. There's just an old cesspool. Because if you've been around pigs, pigs can't sweat, so they've got to cool themselves off with mud. So while they're also in the mud, they're shitting. So it's a big pool of shit water.
Yes.
That they're all drinking from and hanging out of. But that's just the life of a pig.
And
no explanation why this is a thing.
Well, and the thing about it is, if we go back to Alligator, which is a similar type of movie, honestly, they tell you why the alligator's gigantic, right? There were some hormones in the dogs that they threw.
Not this case. Not this case. It's a mystery.
Well, and they could have, because there's a whole subplot about the pet pack dog food company that works out in the middle of the desert and throws kangaroos into the puppy chow. And there's like toxic sludge drizzling out the back of the factory. And there's like a little.
That's not it.
No, had nothing to do with anything.
And I was like, this is just for their food? Do you think this is actually a commercial thing? But there's like 6 kangaroos. So they making what? A case of dog chow, roux chow a week? Or it doesn't seem like a very effective factory.
Well, it seems like there's only 2 guys that work there. The Crazy Hills Have Eyes brothers, like go around, shoot
I
kangaroos.
thought there was 3 of them. Isn't there 3 of them?
No, there's 2. There's one dude who wears a crazy suit. Like he's always wearing like kind of garish colors. And if you look, has a weird patch of no hair on the back of his head. Then you've got his brother who wears goggles all the time. Because when he takes out the goggles, he's got one crazy eye. He's got an eye that doesn't have a pupil for some reason.
No,
they're just
this is like hills. This is the hill. This is the hills have eyes.
100%.
They just don't seem like they're doing a really good job. And it doesn't seem like they're exactly decimating the population when you see only 3 or 4 things and an occasional whole pig.
Yes.
Not a razorback, but an actual pig.
Just pigs. Just pigs. Well, after his grandson was murdered, and I guess, is it murder if a wild animal kills your child? I don't know if it's murder.
There has to be intent. I don't know. Is it Jaws?
Is it Jaws? So after he's abandoned by his family, he's basically, I don't hunt kangaroos anymore. I only hunt Razorbacks. But you see him like come across, like this thing's like 3 feet long. This is a little pig. This is clearly not the one that killed your grandson. You're gonna shoot that one too,
baby.
So it's a thing. The inciting incident of this movie is smash cut to New York City. And this lady is, I guess she's like kind of an investigative reporter.
Right.
But she's an environmental activist. She's like an animal activist, right?
Right.
Because they show a scene where her previous work is like she's interviewing like at the rodeo or some shit.
Something like that. But she's going to because it's the slaughter of the kangaroo.
Correct.
They're just trying to wipe them out. So
the only reason, unless we assume that in Australia they really don't give a shit about, there's no one in the entire continent who cares about kangaroos, that we have to bring a character from the United States, a busybody, to fill this. Because otherwise,
blow the lid off of it, man.
100%. Otherwise, this is just there to explain why Gregory Harrison is getting involved.
There's an American in Australia investigating, which seems a far reach.
Well, and again, Australia is not like a third world country where your wife goes missing and people just kind of shrug. I don't know. I guess figure it out, bro. You better fly on down here your own self, do your own investigation, because we're out. No can do.
Well, and at one point, they rally the whole community to go after the giant razorback, and instead they capture a piglet, and then everybody's like, "We're out.
We gave you a chance,
and we gave you a chance. We're done."
Well, we didn't talk about. There's a woman who actually was from the Road Warrior, the blonde woman who lives out in the outback, who is, I guess she's a scientist studying the boars of the greater outback area, something like that.
And they're very nervous. I saw one with stress ulcers. Because the regular razorbacks are worried about the big pig. That doesn't sound like a real thing.
It doesn't sound like a real thing. Well, they kind of throw a throwaway line in there that says, like, sometimes they can turn cannibal. Sometimes the boars will chew on each other.
I assume when a lot of animals will do that if there's no food.
Correct. But later,
as we learned on Snowpiercer, people will do that too.
That's true. And the hills have eyes. 100%. That's what they do.
Baby fat, you fat and juicy.
So clearly that's what the Razorback was thinking. But so here's the thing. This happens in movies from time to time where it's the wife is murdered in the first act. The husband goes on the warpath, right? But he meets another chick 5 minutes later. So then there's kind of this like romance going on. Yeah, I'm still on my mission of revenge for my dead love of my life. But, we got a little chemistry. We can see where this goes.
Boom. We got to keep going.
Lives for the living, right? Like they did that Do you remember Braveheart with Mel Gibson 150 years ago? Did you ever see that? You must
I
have.
believe I did. That's
Same
when we
thing.
all liked Mel Gibson.
When we right. When we were ignoring the obvious evidence of something was going on with old Mel, we were still, he was very popular.
As long as he showed us his ass, he was all right.
We were okay with it.
Then we didn't want to see his ass anymore, and then we listened to his words, and we were like, oh.
I'm out. Also lived, now here's the thing, Mel Gibson, not Australian. He was actually born in New York, but was raised, like, when he was a teenager, he moved to Australia. And then
Armando Sante, born in New York, not French.
Did he ever live in France, or just happen to have a name?
I don't think so.
It's a thing. It's a thing. My whole point of mentioning Braveheart is because that's a similar thing. His wife is murdered by the evil British, goes on the warpath, and then 10 minutes later is having an affair with the French princess or whatever.
Yeah, he's moved on. He's moved on. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
I threaten revenge. That's all I need.
I threaten revenge. So she's the reporter there to find out. And what's funny is they keep every character that Gregory Harrison meets after his wife has been murdered is like, oh yeah, your wife was that animal activist. We all hated her. Even like the scientist woman who's tagging the boar is like, she didn't have a good reputation. It's like, why? She was there for 2 days. Just the idea
no
of
explanation.
Yeah.
No explanation. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on. My thought was we've been eating pig for a long time. We do enjoy the bacon. Maybe they say long pork. So maybe that the pig's tired of eating the other pigs and now is going on to the other white meat, the human.
Right. Well, human. Well, and that's the thing about this movie. This goddamn pig will like go by one person to chase a different person for no reason. It's like, really? You're picking and choosing? Aren't you just an animal? Or like, I want there to be some more to this other than it's just a giant pig for no reason.
Right? A motivation. And superhuman strength. It goes right through buildings. Although everyone in the outback lives in like an aluminum sided house. So it's just like opening a can of Alpo.
Quonset hut, 100%. That's what they do. Right. There's that scene where he tied like this guy, some dude we've never seen before and will never see again.
Where it is, don't know, whatever.
Doesn't have any lines. He is pissed off because the boar, I guess, was busting into his area and eating his livestock or whatever he's doing. So he sets a trap with like a steel net and ties the net to his trailer. The net drops on the fucking pig. The pig runs and literally shears off half the house and drags it off. And the guy's just sitting there going, what the? Was that meant to be like comic relief? I don't know what the purpose of that scene was. Sweet Jesus.
It was ridiculous. And then how did it get out of there? We don't know because he's not in there. And later on, he goes back and eats the dude.
There is a lot of scenes in this where you see kind of a close-up of like the boar mouth kind of going gah, gah. But they don't really want to show you a whole hell of a lot of this boar.
Because you know why. Because it's pure craposaurus.
And could barely move. But by virtue of that, you don't see a lot of deaths in this movie. You hear somebody go, oh my, ah! And then smash cut, oh shit, they're dead.
I feel like in Jaws, remember I feel like the shark had it out for them. It was definitely looking at wanting to get them. This one, I'm not sure what's happening here.
Because what is it? We got the grandson dies in the opening scene.
Right.
Then, however long later,
the pig knew there was a child waiting inside.
Right. This was not a kid crawling in a field or something. Right. It smashed through the side of
his room. Yeah. So how did the pig know where he was, or that he was even there?
Unclear.
He just
Unclear.
smelled like people rinds or people Cheetos, and knew there was a tasty treat was waiting.
People chicharrones.
People chicharrones.
That's 100%. So when Gregory Harrison arrives wearing his snazzy safari jacket, he's like, I'm doing my own investigation. And goes to town. They're like, you should talk to the old man who hunts the boars. The old man who hunts the boars says, you should go to the pet pack place. Why? I don't know why that's important.
Dude, I was like, is this dude in on it? He sending another person to their death?
Unclear what the thought process is. Because you think there would have been a scene where he sits down with the guy and says, look, my grandson was also murdered by this giant boar. We should team up. We should pool our resources.
I want to help you.
No, does not do that. Sends him out to the psychos out at the factory. And again, we know, the audience know that they were there the night she was murdered because they were trying to get at her. We know that. No one else knows that. That was in the dead of night.
They were trying to rape her, but then the pig came.
Correct. Well,
So I can see them not wanting to be forthcoming about that.
No, I understand their motivation, but you got to understand, when Gregory Harrison goes to the place, he immediately becomes best friends with these guys. They're like, hey, why don't you come back to our place? You can come sleep in our cave. That was the weirdest shit as well. No. Here's our home, and now suddenly it's literally a cave with some mattresses thrown in the dirt that they live in.
And he's like, you don't need your car. He's like, oh, but I got a hotel. Nah, you don't need that. I was like, what the f***? None of this. None of this is real. Nobody would do this.
No.
Even if they weren't murderers, you just wanted to ask them some questions.
But he didn't even ask them.
No, he didn't ask any questions. Right. And he immediately jumped in the car with them. No, I'll meet you there.
Correct.
I'll meet you there.
He doesn't know these guys are involved, or he shouldn't know that these guys.
He doesn't know these guys, period.
He doesn't know them. So he should have walked up and been like, hey, my wife disappeared. Do you know anything? And if they say no, or they act suspicious, then then right, 100%. Instead, he
doesn't talk to the sheriff or whoever's the legal authority. We don't talk to those people.
No law.
It's like all movies. Yes. You've got to solve it yourself. The police are never any help. You always have to solve this yourself.
We are rugged individualists. That's how we do it in the United States. So, yes. So he just claims to be like from Canada. Just a tourist is what he claims to be. As if anybody would come to this part of Australia. Yes, I went out of my way to go to the middle of the goddamn desert. to hang out with a bunch of freaks working at the meatpacking facility.
Exactly.
No, hard pass. Eventually he figures out that there's some boar doing boar shit, but he figures out that those brothers were, I don't know if responsible for her death, but they kind of drove her off the side of the road where she was helpless, and then the boar came and got at her. So they were complicit. Go ahead.
They were complicit. They did not kill her. Coincidentally, the boar is following them or something. Let's skip over to one of my most favorite parts.
Please.
On the salt flat with the ghost horses. First of all, I've seen those ghost horses in a Terry Gilliam film. What movie was that? It was killing me. I can't figure it out.
Time Bandits.
The ghost horses from Time Bandits are raising themselves out of the salt flats because the hillbillies eventually just kind of abandon Evigan. Oh my God, whatever his name is.
Not Damon.
Matt Damon. They leave him for dead out in the outback with Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and Mad Max and the Thunderdome. And I'm assuming these are hallucinations, and his feet are all raw. This whole sequence makes no goddamn sense except to stretch time.
It's magical realism, Aaron, is what it's called in the biz.
It is not 100 Years of Solitude, not by any chance. It is. I have a tiny story, and I need to stretch with the visuals.
Stretch. Well,
Stretch.
he goes kangaroo hunting with the weirdos late at night, and he's so horrified when they kill the first kangaroo. They wound the first kangaroo and are not planning on killing it.
Right, they're going to torture it.
Right. So he throws up on the guy's head because he's so disgusted, which was kind of funny. Then he jumps down from their crazy truck and butchers the kangaroo. And they're pissed off. They're like, what are you doing, mate? It's going to taste like beef jerky now. And they basically say, you're a pussy, because even though you claim to be a big hunter back in Canada, you clearly can't take it. So you wait here. We'll come back later. And I guess he's hanging out there. And then eventually he's chased by pigs. Literally by pigs, not by the Razorback. And then goes up into like a windmill tower.
Right.
To escape.
One of those water pumps, like those windmill water pumps, like you see out on farms.
So at that point, I guess they just abandoned him out in the woods. Smash cut to, he's now shoeless for no reason. I don't know where his shoes they disintegrated in 12 hours.
They just disintegrated from walking 12 hours because they don't make shoes very well in Canada. Do you think it's interesting that they made him Canadian?
I think he was claiming to be Canadian because he didn't want them to make a connection between him and the American woman who disappeared the week before. That's what I think.
Please,
but I have no idea.
No one has talked to them since she arrived. So the fact that another stranger comes up, I mean, they may be hills of eyes, but I think they could put two and two together.
Clearly not. Not in this movie. They're like, come with, why don't you move in with us? Yeah, it's it goes off the rails. And that's what he meets while he's passed out in the in the desert with the ghost horses. That's when the blonde scientist woman finds him, and because she's like showering.
He makes it all the way to her camp and then passes out.
She has a home, what appears to be a normal, like a house, and yet she showers out of doors, out by the chicken coop for some reason. Unclear.
It was of that time when unnecessary nudity.
Correct. Which is, hey, I feel unnecessary nudity is always necessary. Sweet Jesus.
That's right. It really wasn't Porky's enough for your taste.
It really wasn't. Let's be honest. I think I've said this before. Revenge of the Nerds is no longer to be found on any streaming service anywhere.
I believe it. There's a lot of rapey movies from the 80s.
Oh yeah, played for comedy. Like that's the joke. Is the rapey McRapiness.
I can't remember. Is it 16 Candles or is it which is the one where they rape the prom girl after cutting her hair?
Yes.
She's into it when she sobers up.
In 16 Candles, she's drunk as a lord. And Jake Ryan, the handsome guy, the high school guy, trades her to Anthony Michael Hall for Molly Ringwald's underwear. Played for laughs.
Her boyfriend hands her over to a bunch of freaks to do what they will.
100%. Yeah. And no one batted an eye. That was considered just light cinema.
Because in the morning she's like all into it.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. Okay? But the implication is he could have done something. But yeah, she wakes up.
Do we know?
I don't remember, honestly. I don't
remember. I think it was implied that it happened.
Well, she's in the car.
It's been a while.
It's regardless, not appropriate. No. Not appropriate. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anything else about this goddamn movie you want to talk about? Razorback.
Jesus wept. They kept throwing that shit out there.
Oh, right. That was his exclamation. Great Scott.
I thought it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I thought it was all the deformed animal movies from the 70s, giant
Correct.
animals. What's the one with the melted gummy bear? I was thinking it was that.
Prophecy.
Prophecy, at least, I felt like made more sense.
And it had Armand Asante.
And had
as a Native American.
As a Native American. Anybody with any kind of olive complexion.
If you have brown hair.
Are you Lebanese? Are you Jewish? Are you Italian? Are you Native American?
Correct.
Good Lord. That's about it.
Well, the final conclusion occurs at the factory, which is running at the moment. And
it's running, it's just a piece of roux meat, and it's clearly a real factory, and they've just only jacked up a little tiny part of it, because if you look beyond the characters, you can see that it's clean and it's a real factory, except for what's immediately in front of the camera, which is whole pigs and fake kangaroo carcasses.
Correct. Well, they kill the creature because Gregory Harrison had like a spear or something, and the boar runs at it and gets impaled on the spear. That doesn't kill it yet. It gets electrocuted
that's
a little
how
bit.
Dangerous Liaisons ends. Yes. There's some characters in Game of Thrones.
100%.
So yeah, that's the only way.
That's the only way, but that's not the only way in this. Then the boar gets electrocuted because there's like lightning and shit. Like there's weird electrocution going on. That doesn't kill him. Gregory Harrison has to entice the giant boar. Again, literally says...
Does it still have the spear sticking out of its chest?
It does.
It's like a unicorn now.
Harrison literally said it looked as big as a rhino, which means it's fucking huge.
Right.
He comes up onto the conveyor belt. Okay. Gregory Harrison standing on the conveyor belt.
Oh, God, that's right.
And it's slowly walking towards
the most ridiculous slow motion death. This pig is as dumb can be.
Correct. And at the end of the conveyor belt is like a garbage disposal or something. I don't know what it was. Like a fan.
It's a fan.
It's a fan. And Gregory Harrison jumps out of the way at the last minute, and the fucking pig goes into the fan, and it's like
slowly, head first. It's like sticking your head in the garbage disposal.
Right.
Well, Gregory is hanging from a pig that just happens to be hanging right next to the disposal. I don't know why the pig didn't just turn his head and bite him, but instead it doubled down and put its face right into the disposal.
Jumped right in. Right.
Jumped right in. He was like, enough is enough is enough. Yeah.
So that's... and then, because Gregory Harrison thought that the blonde scientist was dead, but she kind of snaps out of it. And I'm like, are they going to start making out right now covered in boar viscera? But they did not, thankfully.
They did not.
So that's good. So
Game of Thrones, they would have been like, that's hot. Let's go.
Let's do this. Let's do this. So, because at one point he's like, well, I guess my wife is dead. I'm just going to fly back to America. I mean, don't you... I don't know. What do you tell your friends when you get back to the States? I don't know. I think she was eaten by a boar. Unclear. Could be.
I feel like, and then who was the old grandpa over at the pig's watering hole, walking by out of the blue, looks down. Oh, here's her ring. Yes. Was it on a finger? What do you mean? The ring is just laying on top of the muck.
It landed in a pile of shit.
I mean, pig poo.
That's what it was, which explains a lot. That's not digestible. Yeah. So there it is. That was their 1-year anniversary present to his wife. Yeah.
I feel like you're going to need some documentation to prove death.
You'd think. What happened when the in-laws call? Right? They're like, oh, hey, I thought you were coming to have brunch with us. Ew. Dude, I guess I didn't mention that.
This is ripe for a Dateline NBC. She went to Australia to investigate kangaroos. Or did she?
Bum, bum, bum. It's like Olivia Newton-John's husband who goes on a cruise and disappears.
Or did he? That is still a mystery. They claim he's still alive. Like, how bad do you got to be that people are like, R.I.P. Olivia Newton-John? But
Oh.
yeah, he set up a new life. I'm not sure if they proved that, but there's a lot of evidence that he just faked his death.
Anywho, anything else about Razorback, or shall we go behind the scenes?
Dude, I am never going to see it again.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go behind the scenes.
Let's do it.
After the release of the film, the director Russell Mulcahy received a surprise phone call from Steven Spielberg, who was curious on how he achieved some of the effects in the dream sequence, such as the shot of the two moons. Mulcahy promptly hung up, as he initially believed one of his friends was pulling a prank on him.
Womp womp.
Spielberg called back and managed to convince him that he was the real deal, as he had become used to younger filmmakers not believing he'd be interested in their work. So there you go. It clearly wasn't the Boar animatronics he was interested in. That's what got me.
Yeah, I'd like some tips on the Boar animatronics for a little film about a shark I'm making. What a bunch of shit. What a bunch of shit.
Ain't no lie. A full-sized, fully animatronic model Razorback was built at the cost of $250,000 and is seen for only a few minutes near the end and never revealed in full view.
Because it looked like shit. And that's probably about exactly what they paid for that snippet of a Duran Duran song, too.
They built a total of 6 animatronic boars, one of which was designed just to ram vehicles with. So there you go.
Less is more.
Beth Winters, who's the investigative journalist, is listening to the Duran Duran song New Moon on Monday in her car radio just before being attacked. Director Russell Mulcahy made music videos for the hit new wave band before landing his first motion picture job, Razorback.
Oh, so maybe he cashed in a favor.
There it is. Russell Mulcahy said that the producer of this film offered him the chance to direct it after seeing the Duran Duran music video Hungry Like the Wolf, also directed by Mulcahy. Hungry Like the Wolf.
Give people shit for that video.
Oh,
I hate that video.
I love it. What are you talking about? While somewhat exaggerated in the film for dramatic effect, wild boars are actually incredibly tough and resilient, combining an immense tolerance for pain and blood loss with a dense hide and thick subcutaneous fat deposits that serve as natural armor. How about that? So it's all based on fact.
That?
Based on fact.
And based on a true story.
100% based on a true story. David Argue, who played one of the crazy mutants, showed up on set one day with a big patch of his hair shaved, saying it was because his character had ringworm. So there you go.
He's an idiot. He's got ringworm. He's an idiot.
Maybe he actually had ringworm. Gregory Harrison did most of his own stunts and took a beating as a result. The worst was when he fell off the windmill, where he dislocated his shoulder and finished the film on painkillers.
They didn't put it back in?
No, they left it out.
That's how they do it in the Outback.
Russell Mulcahy originally considered Jeff Bridges for the role of Carl, but the producer thought he had too little international appeal.
But Gregory Harrison did? I can see Jeff Bridges doing this.
100%. Well, you got to remember, early 80s, Jeff Bridges was
a movie star. But he at least was in movies.
He was in movies. He was in American films, but he wasn't the Jeff Bridges we know at this point. So I guess
correct. But Gregory Harrison he took over the Michael York role in Logan's Run when I was in junior high. That was his claim to fame.
Because he's so similar
Logan's
to Michael
Run,
York.
The series. Yeah.
They did a lot of that.
Daddy-o.
Logan's Run, the series, Planet of the Apes, the series.
The series,
those things.
It's the same thing. Zero Imagination, the series. Movie X Part 7.
Pretty much. Archie Whiteley, who plays the blonde scientist lady, initially signed on to do the nude shower scene and then kind of got cold feet as they were going to do it.
I thought she was demanding
it. They're like, fine, we'll hire a body double. And they hired one that she didn't like. Like, she was unhappy with the body that they chose, so she did it after all.
What the hell?
So she did it after all. So there you go. Good stuff.
All right.
Let's talk about the cast and crew, shall we? Let's see. Russell Mulcahy was the director. You know him from such things as Highlander, 1986. How about that? Boom.
Who did he play at Highlander?
He directed Highlander.
Oh shit. Well,
Yeah,
what can I say? At the time, I thought that was the most amazing film ever. Did it hold up? Oh hell no.
Oh hell no. In 2007 he directed Resident Evil Extinction.
Yeah, missed that.
How about that?
Missed that.
And he directed 40 episodes of Teen Wolf the TV series.
See, the series.
How about that?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That was a thing. He did a lot of stuff, I feel like, back in the day, but maybe I'm crazy. He did Highlander 2, The Quickening.
The Quickening. What the
He
fuck
did
is that?
a shit ton of music videos. Like pretty much every band you've ever heard of, he did the music video for.
That's how a lot of directors got started, because people were desperate. Photographers got started doing music videos. Everybody was dipping their toe. Money to be made.
Absolutely. R.I.P. MTV, by the way. Did you hear that?
I just saw a thing that says that's not true, and that only applies to Europe.
Well, maybe so. Let's see.
Not that. When was the last time we watched MTV?
It's been a
Singled
while.
Out.
Yeah. I almost went on Singled Out. Did you know that? I had a girlfriend.
I would have paid you.
Yeah. I thought it'd be funny, and my girlfriend was like, "You're not going on Singled Out." So it was a thing. Gregory Harrison played Carl Winters. You know him for 142 episodes playing Dr. George Alonzo Gonzo Gates.
Yeah.
And Trapper John MD. How about that?
I watched it back in the day.
He was in a movie called Picnic in 1986. Unfamiliar. He was in Razorback in 1984. He was in 10 episodes of something called Centennial from 1978 to 1979.
Oh, it's probably one of those Michener things. There were all these books about early America. So it's a hangover from 76. The Bastard. There was all these historical novels. Centennial is about the centennial of the United States.
He's in the Signed, Sealed, Delivered Hallmark series of movies, if you're into that.
Not.
And recently, 20 to 24, he was in 147 episodes of General Hospital playing Professor Gregory Chase. How about that?
How about that? I didn't know General Hospital still existed.
Yeah, it's one of the few. It's, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, and Young and the Restless are pretty much the only ones still around.
Isn't that interesting? Nobody's home to watch it anymore.
Nobody's home. Archie Whiteley played Dr. Sarah Cameron, the scientist. You know her from 1981's The Road Warrior, playing the Captain's Girl. That's not helpful.
So she was in a leather bikini with a chain around her at some point.
Pretty much. She was, in 1981, she was in The Killing of Angel Street. You know it, don't you? These are all Australian productions, I'm sure.
Yeah.
She was in 2 episodes of the TV miniseries A Town Like Alice in 1981. 1981 was a big year for
I have
her.
heard of that. I have heard of that, know nothing about it.
In 1993, she was in 1 episode of Tropical Heat.
Oh,
How about
Jesus
that?
Christ.
And she has not worked since 2001. So there you go.
All right. She's having coffee with Liv Tyler on Thursdays, I guess.
Pretty much. Bill Kerr played Jake Cullen. He was the old hunter guy whose grandson was eaten by a boar.
He looked familiar, but who knows?
He did look familiar.
He's an old grizzled dude.
I can tell you exactly what he's from. He was in Gallipoli, which is the Mel Gibson movie. I believe it was about World War II from 1981.
I didn't watch that.
This is what I remember him on. He was in The Pirate Movie in 1982.
With Christy McNichol?
And Christopher Atkins. If you have not seen The Pirate Movie lately, It will knock you on your ass how ridiculous and horrible the comedy is.
It is. It was trying to battle up against the Pirates of Penzance. So like, Pirates a thing now.
Well, it's based on the Pirates of Penzance.
Yeah.
It's the plot of Pirates of Penzance, but then they tried to add like airplane style humor to it.
Yeah.
So it is. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, he's in that. It's a musical too. I mean,
It's a musical too?
Yes.
I can't even remember. I was obsessed with the Pirates of Penzance because I thought Kevin Kline and Rex Smith were hot as hell. Chrissy McNichol, I was like, get the f***
She was not on Broadway, as far as I know.
She was not on Broadway.
He was in Razorback in 1984 and Peter Pan in 2003. How about that?
All right. Is that the one with Dustin Hoffman?
No. It's not, in fact. Let's see. David Argue played Dicko Baker, who was one of the mutants. You know him. He was in Gallipoli in 1981.
Oh, wow, look at this.
Look at that.
Basically, these are just, it's like British films. You just kind of shake it and you roll the dice, and 3 out of 4 are going to be in the movie.
100%. He was in BMX Bandits in 1983, which is famous for being Nicole Kidman's first movie. How about that?
Yeah.
Razorback in 1984, something called Roadkill in 2010.
Jesus.
It's an all-star cast. Anybody else you want to know? I can keep going about these randos. I'm sure they're very...
Pass.
Okay, well, let's look at the rating, shall we?
Yes.
Razorback currently has on Rotten Tomatoes 58% rotten. Do you know what the audience gave it?
48.
47.
Ooh,
look at that. Let's look at the top critics. There are some top critics, shockingly enough. Vincent Canby of the New York Times says, this movie isn't as funny as that American camp classic Alligator, but it's far more esoteric looking, possibly because Russell Mulcahy seems to have gotten his filmmaking experience doing music videos for Duran Duran and Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, if their music videos were like this movie, then no one would know who Duran Duran was or Fleetwood Mac. Give me a break. Esoteric, my ass.
Empire Magazine staff says, the oddball nightmare style is effective, but the prop pig and underpar acting let the film down. 2 out of 5.
Sounds about right.
It does sound about right. Let's talk to our resident in-house movie critic, AI Rex Reed, and see what he has to say.
Let's go.
Razorback is a sunburnt Ozploitation oddity where an animatronic boar hogs the spotlight, the humans squeal on cue, and subtlety gets trampled somewhere in the outback. How about that?
How about that?
What is your rating, Aaron, for Razorback?
My rating is 2 out of 5s. I don't give an F. I liked all they had. The giant knives like Crocodile Dundee.
Yep.
But honestly, it's not that interesting. It's not funny enough. It's not scary. It's just too long and boring. No one needs to see it. F off.
Don't disagree. 2 out of 5 for me as well. 2 out of 5. Look, we've said it before. I've seen much worse. I've seen much worse. The plot is kind of nonsensical. The board,
it's boring.
It's kind of boring as well. Gregory Harrison seems like a nice enough guy. I don't know if I need to see an hour and a half of Gregory Harrison doing his shit.
No.
So there you go.
No, the freaks aren't freaky enough. Honestly, the only part where you could see that he was a video dude were the ghost horses, which made no sense.
Which make no sense. I think we're supposed to think he's like, sunstroke or something. He's hallucinating.
Right.
That's what we're supposed to think.
If you want to do these effects, these are the effects we should have seen all throughout this thing. Like he's unstable. Instead, you started throwing some crap in I think it was just a stretch.
I agree. It just, you know what it is? I
There's
also
not
like a
enough
bit
story.
of a movie like this should be kind of campy in my mind, and I didn't feel it
Right.
was campy enough. I think, like I always say, watch Alligator. I think Alligator is a delight, especially compared to this. So
If you can't be scary, at least be funny.
100%. 100%. And you're not going to scare me with a wild boar, a big pig chasing people. That's not going to be scary. So you need to go the other way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
any last thoughts about Razorback?
I hope to never think about it again. Send it back to Australia, put a tariff on it, never let it come back.
They'll put a tariff on it. Okay. So, thank you very much. Go to our pages across social media. We're on Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, TikTok. We're also on YouTube if you want to check out our smiling faces. You can email us the podcast that wouldn't die at
Gmail.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere the finer podcasts are available. So don't forget to like, share, rate, and review. Won't you?
Won't you please?
Aaron, what is your social media situation?
Dude, less than last week. So basically what you need to know is I'm on Instagram. The Cult of Aaron. Join the cult. I have art on Artsy and First Dibs. That's all you need.
That's all you need to know.
Kevin,
yeah.
do you ever say where your social media is?
My social media is what I announced at the beginning of the thing. I don't have any additional social media. How about that? How about that?
Apples?
So, because I don't, even if I did, I don't post anything other than for this podcast. So I'm single-minded to focus. 100%.
This is your life.
As you know, we like to include our friends and family's thoughts and feelings across the social media landscape. Aaron, what are the streets saying?
Our brother wants to know why we don't have more James Spader.
These are important questions. Well, we did.
Boom.
Jack's back. I mean, what else do you want? Pretty in Pink?
That's
Mannequin?
terrible, Spader. That's terrible, Spader. You know what? I was thinking, all of a sudden a thought popped into my head. Spader would have been a good Patrick Bateman for American Psycho.
100%.
He could have done that role too.
Well, I think you get that kind of schmarmy East Coast kind of prep school thing, but
yeah,
Christian Bale, he brings the crazy psycho stuff. You know?
He was perfect, but 100%. I'm just in my mind, I was like, he could have done it, but Christian Bale, he's untouchable. Why isn't Christian Bale working more? Where is Christian Bale?
He works quite a bit. He's not. He's
not on my radar right now.
Well, I'm sorry. He's doing
What did he do this year?
I know he's in a Nicolas Cage movie coming out. I think it's on Amazon Prime, where they're like the coach of the Raiders and the owner of the Raiders or something like that. It was some weird thing.
That actually sounds like it might be amusing.
I have to check it out. Ain't no lie. Let's see. Next week,
the coach of the Raiders has been problematic my entire life. I'm not the coach, the owner.
The owner and the coach. Next week, we're discussing the David Cronenberg, James Woods, Debbie Harry classic, Videodrome. Here's the thing. Not available for free anywhere. I'm sad to say.
Bastards.
Aaron, you did it again. You can rent it
Screwed myself.
for $3.79 or $3.99 across the various things. However, if you want to buy it, it's $4.99 on Apple TV, Amazon. $4.99. So, something to think about. I don't think I'm going to do it because I don't see myself wanting to watch a lot of Videodrome ever again. But it is an option. It's there for you. So, send in any favorite scenes, favorite quotes, comments, and questions, and we may talk about it on the show. No promises, though. So, thank you very much, and be well!
Be well.